So king pawn opening, right? Very standard. And he pushed the bishop out immediately, which is not a bad idea. Look at him targeting this, because this is the only pawn on your side and on your opponent's side that has only one defender, the king. So this is a weak pawn. This is the weakest pawn. So that's a textbook move right here. So I say, okay, well, I'm going to try to kick you over here. So apparently, let's see what I should have done. I should have just developed this. I'll show you the method to my madness. I kind of agree with what the computer said. Like, just keep developing, right? Because it's not a threat until the queen comes out after it, or if the knight with a fried liver. But anyways, so I try to kick it, and then he backs up. So now I develop this knight, and then he ups this because he's going to try to control the center. So I develop this knight, and then this is very standard, right? Very standard opening. I try to get my bishop out because now I want to castle. So he goes here. You always wonder what they're trying to do here. He probably thinks, okay, well, I got this here, and then I got this protecting, so that way I can... but all I got to do, very easy, I just have to castle. I have a castle, and then you don't have that threat anymore. So, he decides to do it anyways. So that was pretty funny. So what should he have done according to the computer? The computer says he should have just castled. Yeah, exactly. Because he has the pieces planted here for later, develop more pieces, but he jumps the gun. So that was not good. I take this. Because the thing is, I thought about it for quite a while. If you look at the time, I thought about it for quite a while. And I was like, well, the thing is, he could capture me, and then I could recapture with my king. Is it worth it? And yes, it is, because a knight and a bishop are worth 3 points, and a rook's worth 5 points. So even if I lose my rook, I still gain, because I took one rook and I got 2 of his pieces. So thank goodness he didn't do that. I wish he did, though. So now, why does he do this, you ask? Because he's trying to bait me to take it, thinking it's dangling, but I know my diagonals by now, right? I'm not going to take that bait. What do you think I am? This is not Jerry from the first 2 months playing chess. It's pretty funny that the computer doesn't understand either. What does the computer say he should have done? Computer says he should have... I do not agree with that. That's not an equal trade, because if I take him here, I gain. So no, I do not agree with that computer assessment. So anyways, here we go. And then I up this pawn. Apparently, according to the computer, this was the wrong thing to do. I should have gone there. I go here. Computer says I did the wrong thing. He's trying to threaten my knight. So guys, if you're noticing, who's the one attacking right now? He is, right? He has what's called the tempo. He's the one that's making me respond. So I bishop out here in a not so good move. This was not my best move, but I was going to threaten his queen, because I'm like, if you take my knight, I will take your queen. And if you take my bishop, I will take your queen. That's what I thought. Let's see what the... So I should have just protected my knight according to the computer. But I go here. So he does a very spectacular thing to do. Ups the pawn, which is protected by the queen, to threaten my bishop. So this is when I realized, you know what? If I keep playing like this where I'm the one reactive, I'm going to lose. I just know it. So I'm just going to make a sacrifice here, because I need to start attacking him, even if it doesn't make sense right now. And remember, I'm ahead by a piece, right? So I can kind of make the sacrifice. So watch what I do. I do this, and if he recaptures it, I'm still going to even out. But the difference is now I have all this space opened. The computer thinks I made a blunder, which I didn't. That was a calculated move. Again, this is the difference between computer and human. So check this out. He recaptures. According to the computer, he should have done that, which I don't agree with. Because I would have just captured... Yeah, I don't agree with that. Anyways, so he captures. Now, I move my knight. Why do I move my knight? Because I'm telling him, yo, I'm directly threatening you. If you try to capture me this way, I'm taking your queen. So let's see what he does. But first of all, let's look what the computer says I should have done. Computer says I should have attacked this way. I guess so, because this would have protected them. Whatever. And I would have had this, right? Whatever. I go here. Computer doesn't understand it. He moves this, which is very, very not good. Because look at that. He forgot about his queen here. So I take his queen. And now I'm ahead by 9 points. Again, look who has the tempo now. Look who's attacking now. There's one thing I need to do, which is I need to start attacking. I need to make him know, no, I'm the boss of this game. I don't care that you were doing all these things, confusing me initially. So now he takes my knight, which is fine, because I'm still ahead. I took his queen. So now he's also checking me, by the way. So I'm going to lose this knight, which is fine, because I'm still ahead because I have his queen. So now he thinks he's evened it out a little. It's time for me to attack. Look what I have here. If I can get the queen here, I have a little queen rook battery. So here's exactly what I do. So first I need to get this rook to safety, right? Because I don't want to lose an extra rook. So now he basically helps me out. He helps me out like a genius. He's like, oh, I'm going to threaten your rook. Well, that's where my queen wanted to move anyway. You want to trade rooks? You're going to beat down more pieces. So now, like an even bigger genius, he decides, I'm going to threaten this pawn. Now look what's dangling. Your rook, because your rook only has one defender. It's the one defender that I'm trying to capture right now. So, look what I do. So that's a check that he cannot capture my rook because my queen's behind it. So he does the only thing he can do. This is the only thing he can do, and I've checkmated him because there's nothing else protecting this square, which is exactly the square I need. So I checkmate him. Funny thing is, I could have checkmated him if I'd gone here too with the queen, because he had nowhere to go either. The rook's blocking this row, aka rank, and then this would have blocked everything else. Yeah, so either way, I could have checkmated him by going here or here, right? So let me show you. That would have been checkmate too. So he can't go in, he can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here. But instead, I just go here. Again, that's checkmate. He can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here. Checks, captures, and threats. If you're not thinking about checks and captures, you're thinking about threats. And if you're not creating threats and just thinking about defense, that's not enough. This is where tempo comes from. A lot of times when I start playing, I'm following the right tempo, and then I say to myself, should I be defending more? Should I be more cautious? And that's often how I lose. This is a perfect example of me turning around this paradigm that I know one of my weaknesses. So let me know what you guys think about tempo. And I look forward to your comments. A lot more chess improvements to come. Talk to you guys soon.